I know he DNF'd and that wasn't his fault,
Hey,
but
he
it's
had a
just
good
like,
race start. He figured it out.
dude,
Throw
he
him
did.
on inners. Throw him on inners. He's good to go.
Yeah, we're shitting on it, but somehow it worked to start the race. We're back on this shit on McLaren moment here, chat. Bear with me. Full steam
On
ahead.
aboard.
Chat, we're back. Welcome back to the Cooldown Rundown. We're going to talk the Canadian Grand Prix, everything in between about it. A lot happened this race weekend. So, Sam, what are your thoughts on this weekend and this race?
I was told it was going to rain, and so I dressed appropriately for it.
Well, hey, you know, it's better to be prepared, you know, than underprepared.
I'm starting to feel a little foolish.
Do you have your extra traction shoes on?
I got full wets on, baby.
Ooh,
I got flippers. I got flippers on.
You're gonna have to go into the pits again, maybe a couple more times, and then you might DNF too. Who knows?
Aren't you sure? You guys said it was definitely going to rain, though.
I mean,
swear.
I thought it was going to.
Nobody else is wearing a fucking raincoat. Anyways, that's a live reenactment of how I felt at the beginning of the Miami Grand Prix started out, Ryan.
Well, actually, you should have taken 3 takes because it took us 3 formation laps to even get this thing going.
They gave McLaren 3 chances to switch over to the dry tires.
They tried their best. I mean, hell, even Arvid took one for the team for them, and he's not even part of McLaren.
Well, Ryan, whether it's rain or shine, there's always one way to start the podcast off. So I really hope you're ready.
I'm always ready, brother.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Beautiful. It's true.
Sam, what a race.
That was pretty solid. Give me more of George versus Kimi, please. Give me more.
I want to just say this right now, immediately. McLaren, this is how you should have let Oscar and Lando battle it out last season, because Mercedes is just letting them have a ball right now, and I am here for it. Thank you, Toto. Thank you, Bono. Thank you, everyone at Mercedes, for just letting these boys duke it out until one of their cars shits the bed. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. I definitely want to get into all of that, Ryan, because I think you're 100% right. I think there's some shenanigans going in on the Mercedes crew. But before we get started, we need to go over how our bet slip worked.
I wonder what happened this weekend, Sam. Why don't you tell me?
Surprise, surprise. Nobody made points again.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. So what was your pick? Ryan's pick for me. Mine. Oh, dude, this was close. I was 2 cars off of winning my bet.
You were. I thought you were going to get it.
Race winner without Red Bull, McLaren, Mercedes, Ferrari, or an Aston Martin. I had Pierre. He got beat out by Lawson. He may get a penalty, so that might get switched. Who knows? And then, more importantly, Colapinto.
Yeah,
his teammate. So, womp womp.
And hey, your high risk bet that you gave me as an option actually hit. It was Franco top 6 finish. Yes. I didn't think that was gonna happen, but the F1 gods just love to fuck with me. So of course I didn't pick that one. I picked Charles getting top 4 in the sprint race. Spoiler alert, that didn't happen.
Wah,
and I
wah.
also did say that there was going to be a safety car in this race. And guess what, Sam? There were virtual safety cars, not full safety cars.
Not a full one.
So, shame on me.
I know we're both at 0 for our championship, but I feel like I should have like a little tick up for giving you a possible bet that would have happened. You've given me impossible bets all season long. At least I'm trying over here.
I'm trying over here too. I can't help it. Anyway, take your shot, boy.
All right. We'll take our shot.
Cheers.
Woo, time to pay up.
Oh man.
Ugh. That was strong.
God, I hate that.
You hate it. Don't you have 2 to do?
You know,
Count them 2.
I was really hoping you were going to forget.
No.
But yes, because I did a parlay, I have to, and they didn't hit. I have to take 2 shots. So
before you take your 2 shots, how pissed would you have been, Ryan, if Leclerc did get top 4 in the sprint and we didn't get a safety car in the race.
Oh man, that would have hurt. That one would have hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Because then that's just my own stupidity as a gambler. But hey, I just can't pick anyway. You provided me with horrible bets, except for one.
All right. All right. I gave you chances. I gave you choices there.
You did.
You could have been sitting pretty on the risky with the parlay.
Okay. Cheers.
Bye, Ryan.
This is gonna suck.
Chat, hope you are buckled up for this podcast. Ryan is too deep. Chasing with water like the maniac he is.
I chased with beer for the first one, but this one seemed like I needed some extra hydration. You know what I mean? Plus, I might be 2 shots in, Sam. I'm also just fucking annoyed at so many different things from this race. Love the race, but I was screaming the entire time.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you're not more annoyed than George Russell is at this moment.
You're right.
What more does this man have to do? He's literally like fighting a 18-year-old kid. They go at it, Ryan, in the sprint race. Little argy-bargy, the elbows were
little cheeky,
out for 2
little
points.
naughty.
And Kimi was like, "Noted, Grandpa. I'm taking to you tomorrow."
Grown-ass man over here.
Yeah, beefing with a teenager.
Yep.
A hot take. What's your feeling about George specifically between these two?
I was getting for the race, this race, not the sprint. I was rooting for Kimi, and like there was times where I was like, I think George is like not giving him enough room. There was a moment at the final chicane, with the World Champions over there,
yeah.
and they were side by side, and it seemed like George did not give him enough room, and they hit, and then Kimi had to go across and took the lead. And Bono came over the radio being like, give the position back. I'm like, that's bullshit. Shouldn't have happened. They're both at fault. If that's a racing incident in my mind, but whatever. So, yeah, I don't know. I came into this weekend saying George needed to do something, and he did for the sprint.
Yeah.
And then during the race, I don't know, man. It just seemed like he wasn't giving Kimi fair opportunities to overtake at times, and like was really driving a thin line of like penalty or not. I didn't appreciate that. But the F1 gods returned the favor by just having his engine shit the bed on him. So
yeah,
sucks for you, buddy.
I think Kimi had the measure on George on pace. I think he was just fast. He was by him the entire time. George kept locking up in the hairpin turn. I think it's turn 10 before the back straight, giving Kimi ample opportunities to keep attacking. I'm impressed by both of them. Honestly, they did get argy-bargy. They touched tips. They made it through, and I feel a little robbed because this could have gone for another 30 laps.
I know.
I was really looking to see how the shakeup would happen after the pit stop strategy, after the pit stops would happen, like see who comes out where and how they battle from there on out. I feel like I think George's mechanical malfunction robbed us a little bit of a really cool ending to this race and might have taken a little steam out of the championship as a whole, because now Kimi is 44 points ahead, 43 points ahead on George?
43 now, I think.
43 points. That's a huge gap, man. I mean, we're early days.
Yeah, this is like round 5. We are so early in this championship.
There's a lot to go on, and here's the thing: all those George stands that listen to us, it was his time. What sucks. Let me preface this: it was his time to get the DNF, because that's unfortunate that it happened with mechanical issues. It's going to happen to Kimi at some point this season.
Yeah, absolutely,
most definitely will.
The pendulum will swing the other way.
Yes. The unfortunate part for George is that the pendulum swung on a weekend that he most likely 50% chance was going to win on Kimi.
I would say he even had a 70-30.
I think so too. I think he had a
because
I think
he has performed playing smart, and George has also just really developed into loving this track. He won it last season. He made podium in 24.
Yep.
He made third. So it's his home turf. This is a really good track for him. So for him to DNF on a track that he should be getting some good points in is really going to hurt him down the road.
Yes.
But I mean, Mercedes could take a play out of McLaren's book and manufacture a championship to go down to the wire. Who knows?
Dude, let's talk about that a little bit. We're on round 5. These guys are going at it fucking like crazy, man. They got maybe a small radio call in there that we heard on the back channels. It wasn't presented on the broadcast. I think Karun talked about it. McLarens were calling the boys off on race 1 in Australia, man. They were like, their fingers were in those pies early on. And for McLaren to like, welcome to the McLaren shitting hour right here.
We're back.
We're back, baby. We're
10
so
minutes.
back. Where McLaren like literally took any moment to dive in and play fair, boys, play fair, play fair. And they like touted themselves that like we treat them fairly. Mercedes is actually treating these guys fairly by hands off. The hands are off.
And the only time that they actually said something was when they finally touched.
Exactly.
And like, that's fair.
Sure.
I get that. Yeah, that's fine. Like, hey, keep it clean. Like, that's all you got to do.
Because you're going to get a double DNF, and you could have given this would be the first at the time. I mean, Lewis got P2, so let's say Lewis gets the win. Yeah. It would have been the first non-Mercedes win of the season. Like that is headlines that you don't want to see.
Yes.
Is it like they have a reasoning to call it in a little bit, but like seriously, man, they let them go. They let them go. They let them go in the sprint, and we didn't hear anything about like, well, it was so and so's fault, so and so has to pay the price later, kind of a thing. No, they just said, yeah, that happens sometimes. It happens. They race. And they went into the race, and they went balls to the wall, man. They win it. They went for it. I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you. As much as you like to shit on Toto and him being a fucking James Bond villain and all this stuff and speaking over the radio, Sam, at least he will let the boys play. He will let them play until it hurts his wallet.
Well, Ryan.
And that's fine.
He'll let them play because he had a kill switch on George's engine at any moment. At any moment.
Well, I mean, you have to.
He's like, George is getting too big for his britches. I will say, I wrote it down.
Execute Order 66.
I wrote it down. Ted Kravitz in his notebook was saying that this Mercedes having reliability engines is not very common. And it happens on this race weekend where George is leading. Coincidence? I think not.
I think not.
How many memes are we going to get out of George Russell's DNF?
Oh my God. I can't wait to go on social media after. We are recording this literally like 20 minutes after the broadcast ended. We are very fresh with this. So I cannot wait to dive in and see how many people have already clipped that. Hang it in the loo, I say, or in the lure, whatever it's called, in the Louvre. Louvre. There we go. We got there.
I agree because I think I texted you and you sent me the picture right back. I was like, that's a meme.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's definitely.
As soon as I saw him standing there, I was like, I gotta get this so fast.
Where George is
we'll throw it up on screen for chat to see in case they haven't.
Where George is just looking at his car being wheeled away, and he's just like, "Hello, darkness, my old friend."
The replays of him just chucking his neck brace, something else. I'm surprised he didn't chuck the steering wheel, Sam. I would. Do you think there's some fines coming his way?
Yes, he's under investigation. He's under investigation for throwing his headpiece over into the thing. He, honest to God, he crashed, started pulling a Hajar, hitting his car, started taking stuff. He was unbuckling. I'm like, dude, there's still cars. wait.
He didn't even No, he wanted to get hit by one of them at that point.
He got out of there. He threw his gloves on the ground, just watched this car, this multi-million-dollar car, fail him and get wheeled by him.
Sam, what are the odds that he gets a 3-place grid job for Monaco? Could you imagine how happy he would be for Monaco? Kiss of death right there.
I think they're going to hit him with a nice monetary fine. A little, take it off the taxes.
Agree. Yeah, a nice 30K or whatever.
Speaking of
light change.
Yeah, light change. Speaking of memes, the other meme that I think we're going to get today is the they threw out a virtual safety car and they closed the pit lane to let a marshal go in and grab one.
Oh yeah, he was running.
Dude, he ran and literally dove, he jumped into that little hole into the basically the sides of the fences, and he just disappeared out of camera. He just went boom like Mario.
Oh, I wish I saw that. I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I'll have to clip it to you.
Well, okay, so we know Kimi won the race, first driver in F1 history, 4 wins in a row. Good job, Kimi. Good job, Shinji. let's talk about the rest of the podium, Sam. The reason why we have a cooldown room and we could hear the microphones today was because we had 11 Drivers' World Championships sitting in that cooldown room between Max and Lewis.
Yeah.
How about that?
Our
boys,
cool. Our
boys in
dads.
there, are chatty catty with each other, being chummy, just be like, you were giving me some good shit, man. Yeah, you were having some good stuff in turn 6. That was great. That was great to see them so chatty.
Dude, because it was like, they fought each other, and they're like, a worthy opponent. You know?
Yeah,
and then for both of them to be like on the back foot a little bit and both of them to be like on the podium, like, who would have thought?
Not me.
You know?
So, dude, for real. Yeah. It was some great racing between them in those final laps.
Yes.
I was a little worried. I was like, I don't know if Lewis is going to be able to do it because Max was still giving it everything he's got.
No, let's break this down just a little bit more. Because
please do.
Max's overtake on Lewis happened. Honestly, they overtook each other in the same spot right after the finish line into turn 1. When Max did it, I was literally blown away. Because he just shot by him. It was a spur of the moment, and honestly, what was happening was that Lewis ran out of energy to deploy because Lewis was like, "Give me more energy, man. Give me more energy." So Max, the first
more power,
exactly,
more Jeremy Clarkson,
more. The first opportunity that Max saw, he took and he grabbed it on Lewis. And then Max's tire starts going, and Lewis is gaining on him. Is not able to get past Max for like 4 laps. And I was like, man, I don't know if Max can hold Lewis off for 11 laps. That's a big ask. And then I started hoping, and I started praying.
The hopium.
Yeah. And then Lewis, Martin Brundle called it right. He said for Lewis to pass Max here, he's going to have to do something a little unconventional because Max has his number in that back straight. It's just a done deal. And, dude, Lewis did. He saved his battery. He got Max right into turn 1. It was a beautiful pass. It really was.
And he said, "See ya, Stinky."
See ya, boy. And that's for 2021. You know? So, and then
just murders him.
Yeah, I legit kind of like tuned out for a little bit because I thought Max was going to like fall off. He stayed within a second, had a couple.
I was scared. I was scared he was going to come back that last lap. I really was.
So, hey, I'll join. I will let our dads have the podium. These two.
Goats.
Yeah, the goats. These 2 old men, these 2 like statues of F1 past a little bit. And then Kimi.
The titans of Formula 1.
Seriously. And then Kimi, up and coming. New record under his belt. 4 wins in a row for his first wins.
Honestly, what a cool podium for all 3 of them to be up there. That was really cool. It really was. So, yeah.
My boy Max, your boy Lewis, spraying Kimi in his face with the champagne. Hit him with your sticky stuff. Get him, boys. Get him.
Yeah. Throw that sticky stuff around.
All I'm saying is Max needs to be on the podium more because they fixed their goddamn mics for the cooldown room. I can actually understand what they were saying.
Give it a week. Give it a week. It'll be shit again. Yeah. Listen, we've been bitching about this since we started this podcast, Sam. This is an anomaly. This is a freak accident. Someone fucked up and actually did their job correctly. It'll be back to shit in Monaco, I guarantee.
I blame the Canadians. They actually had it under their control.
The Canadians are too nice and they know how to do a job.
They knew how to do it. Let's go to the other end, unless you have something else to say about these 2.
Not necessarily these 2, but I was going to carry the momentum for Lewis talk about Ferrari real quick, if that's cool.
Hit it. Yeah.
Very surprised, Sam. Very surprised. Now, I want to preface this. The only reason we probably got a Lewis podium P2 finish is because, and we didn't even really talk about this enough at the beginning of this pod, is the whole reason you did your bit. Spoiler alert, everyone. McLaren decided to start the race on intermediate tires when everyone else was starting on slicks because they were anticipating the rain. Lando and Oscar told the team this is a horrible idea, and they still did it anyway. And then, newsflash, within the first 3 laps, both of them pit and their race is ruined. Be that as it may, Ferrari did surprise me in how they were able to still stay competitive this weekend and actually come back. Because usually what's happened this season, Sam, is Ferrari gets out quick, and then slowly over the race, they get passed and relegated to 3rd, 4th, or 5th. Somewhere in that range. Lewis was able to find pace and still stay competitive. Now, it might have also been a factor of Max with worse tire conditions.
Yeah.
Or be that as it may, it was still very impressive for me to see Ferrari actually kind of still have some fight at the back half of the race. So I'm pleased. I'm more pleased than I was after Miami. I'll just say that.
I have a feeling though that this is a very weather specific incident that happened.
Probably.
It was much colder. They were I think they were just better on their tires than everybody else was in that instance.
So we just need very cold and wet conditions for the rest of the races, and then Ferrari's going to be world champions. We got it.
Just enough to confuse McLaren because they don't know enough to look at everybody else to see what they're doing.
And you know what's so funny is that is totally a Ferrari move to do.
I'm telling you, McLaren is really knocking on that door, man. If they keep making blunders like this for the rest of the year, and they're gonna have to do it for a couple of years to really take the title, but
I mean, yeah, it'll be a lot of years.
They're on the path. But
I will say too, I was thinking this during the race is we're back on this shit on McLaren moment here, chat. Bear with me. Full steam ahead.
Aboard.
I'm sorry. What a sorry excuse of a defense of a driver's championship so far from Lando this season. He had a great Miami race.
Yeah.
That's about it. And I know he DNF'd and that wasn't his fault,
hey,
but
he
it's
got a
just
good race start. He figured it out.
Dude,
throw
he
him
did.
On inners. Throw him on inners. He's good to go.
Yeah, we're shitting on it, but somehow it worked to start the race. Fucking flies past everyone to take P1, then pits on lap 3. Spoiler. But I don't know, man. It is just crazy. Especially because you hear Crofty, you hear Brundle. They're just our driver's champion getting lapped right now on lap 25 of this race. It's crazy to say that.
Yeah.
I just feel like there should be more of a fight coming from Lando, and I just feel like he's just kind of
Listen,
I'm just driving.
I think it's a really bad look on McLaren in general. One, double fuck up on the inners, and
yeah,
I'm gonna give him a lot of shit for throwing on the inners when everybody else does dries, because sure, you're trying to do something else. You're trying to be a little audacious and trying to be a little what if it rains or it's going to still be wet?
But don't start on inners if it's not raining.
Or
what are you doing?
Split the strategy. I think this is, again, this goes to they have to be equals.
Great moves,
dude, seriously. This is what's going to really fuck them over. I think instead of putting one on inners and one on softs to see just what happens and to cover the bases for the team, they'd rather shoot their own foot and really fully commit because there's no...
Well, exactly. Papaya rules say
Papaya rules means that we go down together.
Fuck someone over.
Exactly.
Yeah, down with the shit, baby.
You guys are both tied to the same center block. Good fucking luck. And then on one hand, you got Lando Norris's engine blowing up. So we got 2 Mercedes engines going out on this race. Coincidence? I think not. And then
it's a conspiracy, man.
On the other end, you got Piastri just shanking Alexander Albon because he doesn't know how to stop his car. That was...
Dude, I didn't see that until they showed the replay later in the race. He straight up murdered him.
He straight up had no exit plan. He went in there and he's I'm out of room. I thought I could overtake...
Good luck, everybody else.
I thought I could overtake 3 people at once, and I could not. It was a bad move by our boy Piastri.
That's a move I make in Forza, Sam. Not 100%. Even Formula 1.
Exactly, man. I was thinking
when I want to fuck over the AI, I want to just bump through them.
So I think, McLaren definitely needs to I think this is a learning weekend for them for sure, for multiple reasons.
Our favorite saying, Sam, McLaren. Get your shit
together. Honestly, dude, get your shit together. I didn't even see Zach on the cameras. Maybe Zach isn't there. Maybe Papa Zach needs to be there to keep everybody in line.
Surprisingly, I don't even think they actually interviewed any of the team principals during the race today. Usually it's always Zach.
I don't think they do. And I think they're running out. I think they're running out of people to actually participate in. I think Christian Horner was...
Because everyone's actually busy doing their jobs.
Zach, honestly.
Yeah.
Toto Wolff is just, surrounded by the laugh track of hype men around him while he's sitting in the garage, dude.
Yep.
Pisses me off, man. It just pisses me off.
Sam, hey, at least he's letting the boys fight, okay? Give him credit.
I will say, that is a very high positive mark for me. Again, I think it's because he knew he had a kill switch on George's engine for when things get bad. Break in case of emergency. Kill George's career. That's what he's got lined up. But yeah, that is a positive. I'll give him that. That's a positive.
Good.
Well, Ryan, we've talked plenty about how Lewis and Max are goats staying on the steps. Their teammates are having completely different kind of race battles. I kind of want to know your opinion on Hadjar and Leclerc.
No.
Maybe we'll get into that just even a little bit more. But like, what was your thought process going on in there? Because I know.
I apologize to my wife for having to listen to me bitch, piss, and moan during all of that. Okay, I want to preface first. I am happy that Hadjar did have a solid race. It is nice that he was able to get P5. That's
First
huge.
time in the last 46 races for Red Bull.
Yes. So like maybe the fight for him to battle the curse of the second Red Bull seat is still on. Like, good on him. However, if it means you have to fucking do a double move into a turn and almost crash my boy Charles, I'm going to have some fucking words with you, my boy. I want to whoop that kid's ass, okay? That was fucking stupid. He did it not once, Sam, but twice. He should have gotten that 10-second penalty 2 times because that shit pissed me off. And you know what? It slowed Charles down so much, he was just driving by himself for the rest of the race. Like, it was... It's okay. We got a Lewis P2. We got a Lewis P2. We got a Ferrari on podium. I got to remember that, Sam. I have to remember that. But I was pissed at Hadjar in that moment. I'm telling you.
Now, which one were you more pissed at? Because I know you're 2 shots deep at the moment. So, as he takes another swig of beer, which one were you more pissed
Opening
at?
the second beer.
Hadjar's defense on Leclerc or Leclerc getting 20 seconds worth of penalties in Miami? Which
overall, the 20-second penalty, because that was some fucking bullshit. But this was pretty close too, especially in the heat of the moment. I'm just like, fuck, because like not Lewis, chat, my bad. 2 shots in a beer, we're getting there. Charles was about to go into that final chicane and overtake Isaac, and then he was just like, I'm just gonna scooch over again, don't let me. And it just fucked him over, and it took him like another 5 or 6 laps before he was finally able to overtake Isaac. And that just like, I know no matter what, Charles was not going to catch up to the podium, but it definitely fucked up his race a little bit more and slowed him down a little bit.
Yeah,
it was just frustrating. It was very frustrating. And listen, Isaac, you are in, what is it, year 2? Year 2. Yeah, you're in year 2. You're in the second seat at a Red Bull. You should not be doing those types of moves multiple times in a single race. Once, okay, maybe. We can let it slide. Twice, jail. Get him out of here. So yeah, that's how I felt. I was, Sam, I was heated. Sam.
Heated.
Yes.
Side tangent for you, Ryan. Because I was
late on me
racing to get home. I took the toll road, didn't even take the back roads because I had to get here in time for the 4 o'clock.
I saw your snap when it was like 15 minutes till, and you're like, I got time.
Yeah, I got time.
You did have plenty of time because they decided to do 3 practice laps.
Considering. But I thought to myself, I was like, oh man, what if I get pulled over in this moment? What am I going to say?
Oh my God.
I was going to say, oh, officer, I'm sorry. Like, I was trying to get home to the Formula 1 race. It starts at 4. And then I was like, what if, like, that officer was also a Formula 1 fan? And he's like, who's your favorite driver before I let you go, kind of a thing. And I'm like, now I have to strategically choose my favorite driver to not piss off the police officer. And I was trying to think of who I would say. Because if I say Max, and if he's not a Max fan, I'm getting a ticket, right?
Jail. No, you're going to jail.
Jail. If he is a Max fan, he's giving me like a high five, a little reach around, and I can go home. But I can't take that risk. Can't take that risk. So I was thinking to myself, I'm like, man, what is a good answer for my favorite F1 driver to get me out of a possible made-up headspace solution?
It's so easy, Sam. It's so easy. Let me hear you say it.
It's Leclerc. It makes the most sense. It was a good one. It's a safe one. Because
no one hates Charles. No one hates him. You can't hate him. He's beautiful.
I think a police officer would get me off of a ticket because he's like, Leclerc has had it bad enough for you. Get out of here, sir.
Sam, I thought you were going to say, hey, I'm so sorry. I have this thing I have to do because I am a very big podcaster and
Dude.
I have to be back in time to watch and record.
Yep.
And he would let you go.
Would you, officer, like to be on the podcast?
Yeah,
we have
there
a
we
drunk
go.
driver segment, and we need your input. Well, we are knocking on the door of, our driver awards here with drunk drivers and Uber safe drivers and mad dads. But before that, we have a point system. Ryan, you're doing your own point system, contrary to F1, just to kind of see more of an aggregate score of where everybody's finishing. Take it away, buddy.
Yes, absolutely. And for the people who are just now listening to us, this is, in my way of saying, this is a more equitable and more entertaining way of doing the point system than what it currently is, because the current F1 point system only rewards points for the top 10. Everyone past that gets nothing. I think that's unjust, and so this is to rectify that. So how it works is, especially since this is a sprint weekend, for the sprint race, it's just a straight up aggregate. So if you get first place, you're getting 22 points. If you get last place and finish the race, you're getting 1 point. But you have to finish the race, Sam. For the regular races, it is a straight up aggregate for the bottom, for the back 12 now. Yeah, 12, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
the bottom 12.
For the bottom 12. Once we get to the top 10, the points start stacking like they do with the actual F1 point system. So P1 technically can end up with 37 points because of the stacking.
Because P2 would be 7 points less, so 30 points.
Yes.
So on and so forth until 10th, and then it's...
Exactly. Yeah. And we do award points for fastest lap because it's fun. Fuck it. Why not? So the most you can win if you get P1 and fastest lap is 38 points. So without further ado, let's see where we're at after this sprint weekend, Sam. Starting with the constructors, top three stayed the same. P1 is Mercedes with 414. P2 is Ferrari with 352. P3 is McLaren with 264. P4 is now Red Bull with 207. They moved up 2 positions, Sam. They had a huge jump this weekend. P5 is Alpine at 200. They dropped 1 position. P6 is Haas at 182. They dropped 1 position. 7 through 11 has stayed the same. 7 is Racing Bulls with 156. 8 is Williams with 133. 9 is Audi with 121. 10 is Cadillac with 82. 11 is Aston Martin with 57 points. Get your shit together, Aston Martin. Come on. All right, Sam. Here's where things really shake up after this championship battle, this race weekend with George and Kimi. Okay? So for the driver standings, obviously P1 is Kimi with 236. We now have a tie for P2 in the championship, Sam, with George and Charles at 178 apiece. Lewis is not far behind in P4 with 174. 5 is Lando with 138. 6 is Max with 134. He moved up 1 position. 7 is Oscar. I don't have the point there. Whoopsies. Let me take a look for a second, my guy. He is 126. There we go. He dropped down 1 position. Oscar, I'll fix that before we upload that. Oscar is P7, excuse me. P8 is Franco with 103. He moved up 2 positions. Franco has been doing good recently, Sam.
Yes,
Happy to see him do that.
No, he really has. He's been he's been schooling Gasly a little bit more. He's been on a hot streak while Gasly's been on a cold streak.
And it's showing in the point system.
He's now he had his best race finish in Miami, and I think now that what did he finish? 6th today. That's his best race finish.
I think he tied it again.
I think he just did it. Good job, Carpenter.
Good for him. 9, and speaking of Pierre, 9 is Pierre with 98 points. He dropped down 1 position. 10 is Liam with 96. He moved up 2 positions. 11 is Oliver with 95. He dropped 2 positions. Nice. 12 is Carlos with 91. He moved up 1 position. 13 is Esteban with 87. Dropped 2 positions. 14 through 17 stayed the same. Gabrielle at 14 with 78. 15 is Isaac with 73. 16 is Arvid with 60. 17 is Sergio with 47. 18 is Nico with 43 points. He moved up 2 positions. 19 is Alex with 42. He dropped 1 position. 20 is Valtteri with 35. He moved up 1 position. 21 is Lance with 31 points. He moved up 1 position. And lastly, our worst drop of the weekend was Fernando at the last place in the standings with 26 points. He dropped 3 positions because he didn't finish in either race, Sam, the poor guy. Maybe it's time for Fernando to hang it up.
Yeah. It might be time.
It might be time. And that is our Ryan point system for the weekend.
What's interesting is that your top 3 for your team standing and your bottom 4 for your team standing are the same. So only like 7 through 4 that Haas, Racing Bull, Alpine, Red Bull lineup is the one that kind of adjusts the most. I thought that was
really. So wait, what are they in the real standings right now?
In the real standings, Red Bull Racing is leading at 4th.
Okay,
Alpine at 5th.
That's accurate.
Racing Bulls at 6th, and Haas at 7th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I think Haas is better representative here in mine.
What?
That's all I'm gonna say.
Possibly. Yeah, I think so. I kind of dig it. I dig it. I think it's a little bit more of an aggregate from your point of view.
I think it's more entertaining this time around too, because we have the gap in the top half of the grid now.
I agree.
So I do appreciate that. I think it's a nice little switch around, because it's really cool that Charles and George are now tied in my standings. Yeah. That's crazy to say.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. Well, Ryan, are you ready to get into the awards section of this podcast?
Man. Always with you.
Yeah. Well, we always have the drunk driver of the day for the Formula One Canadian Grand Prix. This is the driver that has had a little bit too much to drink and should probably not be driving. I think we have a couple candidates, but I would like to hear Ryan's primary candidate for today's drunk driver.
All right, Sam. I think I need to come clean here, and I need to put myself in the chains.
Yeah.
Those 2 shots, man, they got me.
Get this man his keys.
Yes. No, on a serious note, I think it has to be Oscar for that egregious murder of Alex, where literally he caused his car to just start smoking everywhere. And unfortunately, DNF, like, poor guy, poor Alex. He's just trying to drive. He straight up murdered him in that turn. And it's just so funny watching that replay, because there was no attempt from Oscar at all to try to stop that. That dude was hammered in my mind. But I would love to know who you would think.
You took mine. You took the words out of my mouth, man. I think you can maybe make like a small case against Kimi being like aggressive, but I think the most egregious person out there today was Piastri. I think he was driving dangerously. He got the penalty for it. Yeah, I think we're locked in together on Piastri.
All right, cops, go get him.
Go get him, boys. Go get him.
Tag him. Yeah. All right, Sam. Well, we always have someone that is always too drunk that we need to call the cops on and throw him in the drunk tank for the night. There's always that guy you can count on that's going to get you home safely and quickly. Sam, who is our designated driver of the day?
I think you're going to be happy with my choice, Ryan, because I think he's also the People's Choice Awards. Lewis Hamilton, driver of the day. I thought he did super solid. And in like terms of like safe driver, right? Max overtakes him early on in the race, and it's like that guy like passed you on the highway, and Lewis goes, "I know a better way," and he takes you to the back.
There.
He takes the back roads. He gets you through the other ones. He takes you through the route nobody else knew by, and somehow gets ahead of Max for P2.
You might be a little scared because he's going off of the Uber directions, but God damn it, he gets you there.
They were like, "Lewis, aren't you scared for rain?" And he went, "It ain't gonna rain." And you were like, "I feel safe with that guy. I feel like this man knows the Canadian Grand Prix track like it's the back of his hand." And I thought I was gonna be safe with him. And I thought Lewis did a really good job. So he's my designated driver.
We are 2 for 2, Sam. I couldn't agree with you more. It is Lewis all the way. Wow, look at us, Sam. Look at us.
I just gotta give you some alcohol, and you're very agreeable.
Yeah. Just have me place more bad bets. Yeah. That's all you got to do. Just convince me to do more parlays.
You place any bad bets. You do it by yourself.
Yeah.
Well, number 3, baby. I know this is a very happy podcast, but sometimes our drivers are a little mad. This is our Mad Dad Award, or our Pissed Off Experienced Driver Award. Ryan, who do you think is our Mad Dad for the Canadian Grand Prix?
Sam, if we don't go 3 for 3 right here, I'm going to be a little upset.
Okay.
It has to be George Russell.
Okay.
Has to be.
Yeah.
With the temper tantrum he threw once he crashed out of the race, threw that shit everywhere, probably going to get a fine from it. Like, I feel like it has to be him. My only other pick would be Charles.
Same.
because he always has a beautiful radio comment. And I just want to say real fast, the radio comment this time was Brian, his racing engineer, comes over the radio and says, "Hey, Charles, Lewis is picking up the pace 15.0. I don't even understand what he's saying by 15.0, whether that was like the second gap between those two or not, maybe.
Lap time.
But Charles replies with a 3-part message and just says, "Don't speak to me again until the last lap or at the end of the race," something like that. And he said, "Unless it's absolutely necessary and it's an emergency, don't speak to me." Something along those lines. And it was just so fucking funny.
Mind
Sam.
you, Leclerc is legit trying to not crash into a French driver of Hajar as he's doing the most egregious things on this. And like he's like on the back foot. I'm just trying to get past this fucking 19-year-old kid. And they're like, well,
your
Lewis
teammate's doing better than you.
is going pretty fast at the moment. You're like, I don't give two fucks what Lewis is doing right now. I don't care. Why are you telling me? It was a very well articulated comeback ride. It was really good. It was really good.
It really was.
He
He
was
is.
like-
I think Leclerc just deserves the all-time best radio comments award because that man has them every time.
Man, maybe this is our chat question of the chat, because like honestly my top pick was Leclerc for that, because I feel like you hear that radio message and you know those radio guys are like,
That's a good one. He cooked.
he's pissed, he's mad.
Oh yeah.
He's mad.
Oh,
Whereas
yeah.
I agree, George Russell was mad because he literally threw shit around, and like I don't know, there's just a difference between
But Sam, we have
posh
so many
gentlemen
memes
being
from
mad.
George now.
I know, I don't know, there's something about
So
it.
many memes.
We got the memes.
All right. Well, chat. We're
He's
going to have you
disappointed,
decide.
Dad.
We have.
Is he mad? Yeah, he's mad.
He's mad.
He's mad. He gave that kid a high five, which, by the way, like, he was like walking back, and they're like, "Hey, he's like, don't fucking touch me." They're like, "Hey, there's a kid right there." He's like, "Oh, hey, kid, high five. This is the year I lose the championship to Kimi Antonelli, and I don't have a seat next year. Glad I made your day."
Here's the year I lose the championship to a kid that's closer in age between you two than me to
Yeah.
the kid that I'm losing to.
And I lose my seat to Max Verstappen. Really great to see you. See you next year. Bye-bye.
No. Max is going to go to McLaren, remember?
I
They're going to
forgot.
swap
I
a Oscar.
can't keep up with the rumors, buddy. I can't keep
It's
up.
a Mercedes engine, Sam. You get it wrong every
I know,
time.
I know.
Chat, find me a new host, please.
Chat, find me more sober hosts so I don't get beat off camera here.
Whoosh. I think we pose this question to
I agree.
chat.
Yeah, I agree.
Chat, who is our pissed off experienced driver, our mad dad award? Is it Charles Leclerc, my daddy, or is it George Russell, someone's daddy, allegedly? You decide.
Or option C, do you have another good pick? We'll take it.
You actually want their input this time. That's crazy. Chat, if you have someone else, please recommend it.
Sometimes it's important to like let chat grow as a person.
Wow, Sam, you've gotten soft. I have never seen you be this nice to chat before.
It's the opposite effect. You know when like one parent gets too strict, the other parent has to be a little nicer. This is
Yeah.
flip flop.
Well, when one of them gets too silly goosey from 2 shots, you gotta
Yeah.
you gotta be the good cop
So
now.
it's like, don't look at Popeye. He's just having his silly juice. He's just he's perfectly fine.
he just had a bad day at work. Don't mind him.
I know what's gonna make your day though, Ryan. Our next race is in Monaco.
I'm so excited! Yay!
It's gonna be great. I think we're gonna have a really cool qualifying, especially with these guys going. I don't know. I'm hoping they go, no holds bar. But with this point gap, I don't know. Like I'm a little scaredy cat about what.
In
what to
all
call.
seriousness, I do hope that the new regulations and the smaller cars, even if it's
Yeah,
a
just even by a little
fraction
bit.
of a difference, I hope it makes a difference in Monaco. I hope that we can actually see some entertaining racing happen and that we are not just excited for qualifying. I really do. I hope I am wrong. I hope we have a great time. I'm excited to see it, and I'm excited to see you there, buddy.
Hey man, you couldn't have said it better than me. So I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to do it all over again. I'll see you for the bets.